Hey everyone, what's going on? My name is Billy, and today we're going to be talking about my first-person dungeon crawler. In this episode, we'll be going over the transition to a PlayStation 1 style aesthetic, as well as new character controller, animations, and character models. I also got it working on a controller now, so it'll make it feel more like a game that I would have played as a kid on a console. We'll start with this new character model. It was originally the Mandalorian, as you can see here, and I just retextured it to make it look more like a medieval knight. I got the model on Sketchfab from a guy named BitHack, so go over there and you can find the model from him. Pretty simple PlayStation 1 style Mandalorian. So here's the Mandalorian PS1 model. I just went through and made sure all of his body parts had a local rotation axis and just parented them all together, so I can do simple animations inside of Unity using the body part rotations. And this is just to make things easier on myself, so I just do all of the work inside of Unity rather than flipping back and forth between programs. So when you download the Mandalorian model from Sketchfab, this is the texture that it comes with. It's a really awesome low-res PlayStation 1 looking texture. To change the character from the Mandalorian to the medieval knight, I just did some Googling and found this awesome museum website that has these perfect images of medieval knight armor. It's got the front image as well as the side of the helmet and the back of the armor, so it's got everything I need to just rip the images off of here and put it into the texture. So we hop back over into Photoshop, and I'll just unhide the knight textures here. As you can see, I just basically cut pieces out of the big images and scaled them down and plastered them right on top of the Mandalorian armor. And that's how we go from this guy over here to this guy over here. So once we have our knight character, we can simply just rip off his arms and build a character controller out of it. So here's our character controller over here. It's just the floating arms, and then I modeled a simple sword in 3ds Max and did a similar texture process where I just took an image and put it on there and crunched the textures down. And since we set up the local rotations on each body part, we can do simple animations inside of Unity. So here we have just a simple idle animation where the sword kind of bobs up and down, but I also have all the different attack directions. So here's the right swipe, down swipe, the left swipe, the stab. So we have 4 different attack animations depending on which way the character is moving. So I got the controller here. If I move left and swing, I'm going to do a right swing to follow with my character movement. Same with the opposite. And then if you're moving forward, you'll do the chop. And if you're moving backwards, you do the stab. So I'm in my little prototype environment. If I walk forward, it's a chop. If I walk backward, it's a stab. Walk to the left, we do a left side swipe. Walk to the right, we do a right side swipe. So you can chain together different attacks depending on which way you're moving. And the idea behind this kind of a directional attack system is to have AI that block in certain directions, so you can't just do the same attack over and over and over again. And we can also have weak points on enemies. So if, say, the weak point on this guy was his head, we just go up and do like a down swipe on his head. But if his legs were weak, we do side swipes to his legs. Or if there's like a exposed heart, we can do a stab right into it just to hit that part of the body. These directional attacks were inspired by Mordhau. I was playing that a bit ago, and I just wanted to incorporate that into a game that I made. Last few things I did was add some animations to basically just like a punching bag here. So he's got an idle where he just kind of breathes and looks around, and then he's got his got hit animation. So when I hit him, he's going to do this weird little wavy animation. And to finish it off, I add a little blood particle system that'll spawn when I hit him. If I go over here and hit the target dummy, he's not having a good day. And to get that PlayStation 1 look, instead of this 16:9 resolution, we go down and I made a custom PS1 resolution, 320 by 240. As soon as we do that, it gets super chunky. And we're playing an old school game. So that about wraps everything up for this week's devlog. A lot of stuff's been going on over here since the last episode, so we kind of scrapped everything, but I think we're going in a cool new direction. If you want to stay up to date with any projects that I'm working on, hit the subscribe button. And if you made it this far in the video, drop a like if you could. I'd really appreciate it. I'll be back next week with another devlog for this project, so until then, I'll see you guys in the next one.